and welcome back to the Irish Hunting Podcast, the number one place for your hunting, fishing and country sports stories from around the world. Stick on the kettle, crack open a beer, pull up the feet, relax and enjoy. Hello and welcome back to episode 130 of the Irish Hunting Podcast. This week it's all about young pups. Us two old pups head west to visit Martin Guillane in Galway to pick out a new Springer Spaniel pup. We talk about what we're going to look for and how we're going to go about choosing. We also discuss some really cool initiatives being run by the NARGC, OIGA being one of them, and also some dreams and aspirations that we have that we'd like to see happen to encourage youth in our sport. Enjoy this one, folks.
There you go.
Probably shouldn't have started eating chewing gum right before we started the podcast, buddy. How are you? Oh, there's heated seats and all in this thing.
Yeah, I have yours up behind there, so you can knock that down.
No, I am comfy. So we're in the front of the new Navara. She's some job, buddy. I love it.
I do like it.
If I was a jealous person, I'd be jealous right now, but I'm not.
Sure, you've seen the polish, the spray on wax.
Oh, yeah, ceramic coating and look at it is mint, buddy. Fair play.
Well, cleaned up, it does look well.
So we have a few things on board here. We have the new case that's being delivered to the
Declan Darcy.
Yes, he's the new owner of that case for our competition, thanks to St. Hubertus Hunting Ireland. So that's been done today. We're doing loads of jobs today. We're doing a podcast. We're dropping that off. We're on the way down to Martin Guillane, who has my new puppy. We're going to go about choosing the puppy, one out of 11 pups. And we'll talk a little bit about that. And then we're going to pick up your night vision on the way back.
Yeah, we have a load of jobs.
Yeah, load of jobs.
But just to dance back real quick, like, to Yanis and Ursula, I have to give them a big thanks. Like, they could have easily sold that or put it up on adverts, but they decided to give it back to... Well, it's not actually... Deco's not a new... Like, he's not a young man, but the reason we picked him is, like I said in the video, he's had a couple of rough years, so... And that's why he won it. But
yeah, and I think that's what this is all about. It's a small little pep in the step for somebody. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Regardless, and that's what it's all about. It's paying back or paying forward, whatever you want to call it. And more, if people have stuff that they don't want to sell, or they don't want to just put up in a forum, and they want to, it's kind of like a fantastic initiative by you take it now. There's rifles and guns and scopes and cases, and more if we can do a little bit more of that. And I know this is, look at no more than ourselves, it's an expensive fucking hobby, so by times you need to sell something to buy something. So, but fair play to the guys putting it up.
And even the people who wrote in and weren't successful. And some of it is heartbreaking because
I know
some of the people are so supportive of us and what we do.
Yeah.
And then you can't, not that you can't look after them, but there's someone else more deserving.
Yeah.
All I can say is keep on sending in.
Yeah, exactly. There'll be more stuff, and we'll hopefully try and get a little bit more of that done if we can,
Yeah.
And we're conscious also as well. We don't want to be bombarding people because we're looking for, I have the charity shoot on Saturday, and we're looking for sponsorship for that, and you're looking for enter this raffle for this, but the whole thing is we want to try and promote and encourage and keep hunting to the forefront of everyone's mind. The raffle, I think there's only 3 or 4 tickets left in that raffle for the trip to
the UK.
Yeah. And again, that's to give people who wouldn't be normally with the chance to have the chance or an opportunity to go over there for small enough money.
Lots of different reasons. Maybe financially they can't.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have the context, or they don't know how to go about it, or so someone will win.
Yeah, and on the other side, then we give a little bit of a spotlight to our great friends over in the UK, and we would not be. You can probably
Behind this.
Yeah, exactly. No. Yeah, we don't do this with everyone, so there's a reason for that. We try and pick people that we know, or people, and like that. Proof is in the pudding. Mick, who went over last year, or sorry, was it just after Christmas or
Just
after Christmas? Yeah, so this year, but last season. He couldn't have spoke Irish, lads, as we knew he would. You know, it's one of them things.
And you can take it from like anytime we've gone over, we've had more than a successful hunt.
Yeah, the whole it's an experience, you know.
Yeah.
And it's the same probably but with St. Hubertus, we've been going over there for 3 or 4 years now. And every year we say, this will probably be our last year until we get over there.
And then we enjoy it so much.
We go back again.
Now, there is one team. They all drink too much.
And that is bad coming from us, buddy. The hunting and this whole, it's hard now, liver. But so...
I just thought we'd give them a shout out. And
absolutely. Thanks a million, right.
So we're going to pick out your puppy.
Go to pick out my new puppy.
What are you looking? A dog or a bitch?
A bitch. I know you're leaning towards a dog for different reasons, but I'm going to keep it a bitch because a couple of reasons. And I'm thinking long term here.
Go on.
So if I go for a dog, then I can obviously crossbreed.
Yeah.
Right? But then it gives me complications, you know, if I get an unwanted pregnancy, which can happen, and keeping them separated at different times. And then also my plan is, haven't really told you about my plan yet, but put Millie in pup with Bua, please God.
Yeah.
Your dog. And then I can do the same with the other bitch. So we can have 2 different litters out of the one kind of stable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Now essentially we could have done that because I could put Millie in pup twice with 2 different dogs. But it leaves me then short. It just gives me more options from my hunt. So if Millie's out of action for a season, and I like bitches. I just think they're a little bit less mad in my experience.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I have mixed views. I would have always said I like bitches and they're easier to train, but I've 2 lads now.
Yeah.
And I'm not having any, and if I'm being honest, they're less sneaky. No. And what I mean by that is the dogs seem to just, look, I made a mistake there. And you can give out to them and they go, all right, won't do that again. Where the bitches seem to, I'm just going to slither over here for a second. Doesn't matter what you say to me.
Yeah, they kind of know they've done wrong and they kind of try and push her. You know what I mean? Now, Bua is like the head of crazy. So that's what you're probably saying is, I'm crazy, I'm proud. Do you know what I mean? That's, they'll always be dancing. And there's no mask. You know, no. I'm
He's
a mad.
Fully out there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm mad and I don't care.
My left hair straight?
Straight on.
Straight. Okay. So for that reason, you're looking a bitch?
Yeah. Yeah. I just love that they're a little bit more tempered. Even around the house and all, they're a little bit less destructive.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, my thing has eaten everything out the back garden.
Yeah. Everything. Barbecues, timber, wires,
the decking, everything. Yeah. Literally everything.
Yeah.
Plant pots. The rose bushes that have thorns, he eats them.
I know. See, that's what I'm saying. I'd be often calling up to your house. Next thing, I'd look out the window, and this lad's looking back in the window on the other side, and he could have anything from a nettle to a rose to a frying pan in his mouth.
He actually ran across, my glass sliding doors.
Yeah.
He ran by them carrying a plant pot there last week. That's a real message. Full plant pot.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think he'd be able to lift it.
No. So that's what I'm saying. My old Millie just potters around with me in the yard.
Yeah.
Yesterday. So she's out there. I've been cleaning up the yard and I had a little problem. I lost some of my pheasants to what I think was a rat. My chicks, the last batch, which I was devastated about. So I decided to rearrange my yard and clean it up a little bit. And got a new rat trap. But then Millie discovered she likes hunting fucking rats. So
she's good at it.
She's fucking good at it. She caught 8 so far. And Avril found out, Avril's first introduction to hunting was yesterday. So one of the guys was actually dropping stuff off at the yard, and he used to chat to her, and he just said, "Oh, geez, the big rat is after running into the grass very there where our lawn is." And he said it was huge. So Darren said, "Hold on a minute, Millie," called Millie over, and just pointed. And he said, "No problem, miss." In she went, took out this, monster rat.
I seen the picture you sent it to me, yeah?
Monster. So I was like, "Oh, it's brilliant." I just said, "Here, Millie, go in there." I said, that's the beauty of it. Out she came. And now, the problem was, Maisie Jane thought that the rat was her friend. "Look, Dad, look at my friend."
Yeah.
I said, "No, that's not your friend." So, she's caught 7 or 8 so far, so that's brilliant.
That's great that that's in her as well.
She has a great nose, in fairness, as you probably have alluded to a few times. So, and look, she's probably thinking, "Where's me bit of hunting gone?" Do you know what I mean? Because I haven't been, for loads of reasons. I haven't been bringing her up the bog and stuff, obviously, because with nesting season and so on. So I just try and keep her around the yard, and we haven't been doing a huge amount of active work.
Training, not let her avoid, to be fair.
All the grass around us is long, and potential nesting birds and all that.
But you're going to have the new pup shortly now to start kicking into. Are you going to start training as soon as you get it?
Yeah, well, when we say training, kind of playful training.
Training. Yeah.
So just starting to do a little bit of that, building up confidence, and probably building the bond and so on. Now, obviously, Millie's going to be a little bit put out with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's my number one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but a lot of that can be done indoors.
Yeah.
Maybe in the game room, away from all distractions and all that type of jazz.
Yeah, exactly. We started off nice and slow. Just look, I'm going to be. What I probably hope to do is, because even when I'm down west, we might be able to do a little video call or something and talk through some of the small little drills we can do, and maybe share them online and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Actually, that's not a bad show.
Yeah.
For little drills with a brand new pup, 8, 9, 10 weeks old. Yeah, we can do that. I was on to Sean yesterday. "Look, Ando was looking to see, is there a man available that could give him a hand?" He was like, "Well, maybe I know a man."
I'll just get my cap.
Yeah. So he's
no better buckle, and I'll be delving into his repertoire to get some advice.
So let's talk about someone who's going to pick out a pup, like we are today. What should they be looking for in their pup?
Well,
what will we be looking for today in the pup?
Well, that's what I'm very inexperienced at this type of stuff. The last pup I picked out was because she was kind of came over.
The one that went to you.
Closest to me, and kind of stayed around and was happy enough being around me. But also was kind of, that one, I think it was a litter of 5 or 6 at that time. And Pat asked me over and said, "Here, pick out whichever one you want." And like that, there was 2 or 3 kind of dancing. 2 or 3 were just heading off to the far reaches of the lawn. 2 or 3 were kind of, she was probably the closest to me, but was still kind of active. Do you know what I'm saying? Was kind of, what would you say? Interested. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sniffing around my feet, going in around, kind of inspecting, busy kind of.
And some people will say the puppy picks you.
We've had messages in already to that effect, you know.
Because this is so, like, you could have the best formula in the world of what you think. It's like walking into the Kiln hospital and deciding that one there is going to be a brain surgeon.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
But you can set yourself, I think you can, like, we go and have a look at the dog's eyes. Have a look at, is his front legs bowed in or are they straight? Is his tail aligned properly? Is his tail up in the air or is it down low? How is the mother with that particular pup? Is he adventurous by himself? Is he bold and confident? Or is he going to be one that's going to be softer for training? Like, there's all this type of stuff. Even a little bit of scent on the ground and let the pups run around. And you won't see how they'll hunt, but they might give you a little flash of how their back end moves.
Yeah.
That type of stuff you can start going, "Oh, I like that."
See, this will be new to me because there's bits in there which I would have kind of known, like small bits, and there's other bits then that I wouldn't have even thought of. So it'll be just interesting to see, and it'll probably, at the end of it, probably boil down to how I feel about a certain pup. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even the markings on the pup.
Yeah.
Are you looking for a liver and white? Are you looking black and white?
Look, the liver and white is obviously it's always been my kind of go-to favourite. But like that, probably you said as well, like just for something different, maybe a black and white. I'm not it's fully set on liver and white, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably more how they're going to react around me, how they perform around my feet, and if they're comfortable or like most of my dogs are kind of timid in nature. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know whether I've obviously leaned towards that
way.
type of trait with a dog.
Yeah. But even like making a loud clap, which ones are going to get startled and go, no, I'm out, get the fuck
out.
like, no, out of here.
Yeah.
Like, are we lining up something that could possibly be gun shy?
Yeah, that's the other side.
Or do we want something that's, oh, what's that bang? And it's going to come close. But it's impossible to know because you could sicken the dog and fire a shot too close to him too quick.
Yeah.
And still turn the bravest dog off.
Well, going back to what I remember, we had Pat Brennan on the podcast many moons ago.
Yeah.
And he was saying generally gun shyness in inverted commas comes from, shooting too early, shooting too close, not building up the noise profile, all that kind of stuff. And that made a lot of sense to me. Now, I'm still kind of, because I don't have, I'm obviously, I'm learning from other people's experiences, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have the range to know whether, that's, because I there's other people who said, no, gun shyness is a genuine thing, and some dogs are just, and I presume there is a certain dog just.
I presume there's a certain percentage, but I think most gun shyness is actually given to the dog by the handler.
Yeah,
by just
it makes sense.
You never ruin a dog by taking your time. You only ruin it by pushing on, and trying to push the boundaries too fast and too quick. For the aging stage of that dog. Do you like that?
I robbed that from the aging stage.
For the aging stage. I robbed that from Chris Brady.
Did you?
Yeah. That's what he says about his horses. There's the thing. We're being invited to the European Horsemanship Championships or something on the 25th of this month in Maynooth. We might. I'd probably have to go down. There's a demonstration on one of the nights. I'd probably have to go down. Anyway, because I said I'd give them a dig out, but I was asked to say to you as well.
If my dream is ever to shoot off horseback somewhere in the world, I'm going to have to get a little bit more intuitive about horses. There you go now. There's that fucking animal sanctuary place in there.
That's an animal sanctuary in there, is it?
My lovely, whatever he's called.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Anyway.
So your dog isn't ready today?
Not ready today. So we're driving to Galway to have a little peek at the litter. Martin's given me first choice on he's picked his bitch already, and then we can have a peek at the litter.
Okay. And so in about 2-3 weeks?
In another 2 weeks, then we can go down and collect.
Okay. And are you going to let the kids pick a name? How are you going to work that?
That process has already started. So there's been conferences at the dinner table the last 3, 4, 5 nights. Ari is obviously the most artistic. She's picking some nice names, but then some weird and wonderful names, which the boys aren't too enthused with. And Lee Grogan's ones are just like Lee wanted Sky. Yeah.
That wouldn't bother me, Sky.
I run around the middle of the field in the Heartland now screaming Sky.
It's better than Ficra.
But the one that's kind of is Jess. That's Ari's ones. I'm leaning towards that. And I'm kind of siding with her over the boys,
Yeah.
So, because she's probably going to be the one that's going to be doing 90% of the work with me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think she'd get into dogs?
Yeah, she's hugely involved with the pheasants. And with Millie, like she goes out every evening with Millie, sits down and throws a ball with her. You know what I'm saying? So, and Millie follows her everywhere. So she's the most outdoorsy. Yeah, I was saying that. Lee Grogan actually said to me yesterday, because I haven't been pushing the boys into shooting at all. Do you know what I mean? If they wanted, they wanted. Riney is just so laser focused on football and soccer, and to be honest with you, he doesn't have much time in his schedule to do anything else because he's training 4 or 5 times a week. So But Lee Grogan said to me yesterday, this clay shoe on Saturday, like, who's going? And I said, well, yourself and the usual. And is there any, like, younger people going? Or I said, would you like to do it, buddy? Yeah, I'd like to do it. It's the first time he's there, so I might bring him along.
Damn.
And give him a couple of shots, maybe out of
the 20.
20 bar, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
100% bring them. I have shells. Bring them.
Steady. So that's what we might do. And we might do a little, because there will be a couple of people in around that age group. So
yeah, and it only drives them on that there's a little bit of confidence. Because I already start telling Sean, sure, you're at nothing. There's another lad there, top shot. He's coming down and he's taking your belt, buddy.
Yeah,
and he's like, he is not.
So that's that little bit of competition, and also constructive community help, which will be plenty, will be good, you know.
And it's good to get young blood, even if they don't stick with it, but they try it. At least they've tried it.
Well, that's it. Like I'm at here's another fucking mad and wonderful, wild idea. But so Riney was down at his football meeting last night, and there was like a team meeting, and they were picking captains and all that kind of jazz, and kind of what's going wrong in last season, what could be done better, or what's going right. And one of the issues, actually, some of the lads were thrown up as kids, now they're teenagers, is that unity and team bonding and all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? So I was there like, I wonder would, like, if we could get them together, because I seen another video where there was a road deer put up in the middle of, we shared it on a post.
In Denmark.
And
yeah.
it was like, showing my skin out how to, I wonder, like, would it be cool to get everyone together and just do like a little demo, you know what I mean? If there's a pricket or a cow shot, you know what I mean, and skin it and get them to work together, cook it. Do you know what I mean?
We discussed this before.
We did.
So the likes of shelter building, fire starting, maybe a little bit of orienteering, navigation to find their food.
Yeah, cook it.
I think we should
definitely do it, but
yeah.
it's in the back of my mind for a long time now. I did say it to one of the other coaches going back, and he said, I'm not so sure about the whole cooking the wild animals and stuff. And so, but I think that's, in my opinion, that's part and parcel of it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is you're actually, and this is not just, he's a great friend of mine and a fantastic coach, but I feel that this is a different side of it. Do you know what I'm saying? He's probably shining his fears on, do you know what I'm saying?
Kids.
Which is absolutely normal and natural. But on the other side of it, on the other side of fear, on the other side of uncomfortable, and this is, do you know what I'm saying? I think that's all part of it, you're putting them outside their comfort zone a little bit, which is absolutely essential to build the bond, I think.
Yeah. And they've experienced something new together.
Exactly.
That 90% of them wouldn't have seen. And there might be a bit of nervousness or squeamish about, but they'd get through it together because they rely on each other.
And make no mistake about it, dude. Out of 18 or 20 teenagers, after the bollocks being ran out of them and building it,
yeah,
you slap a big slab of meat in front of them, you'll see them turning
carnivore.
Yeah, and saying how delicious it'll be,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's absolutely, I think. So I might say to the guy heads, because I think they're a little bit more open to that aspect.
Well, let me know.
Yeah. Let's see if we can pull that together.
Yeah.
I just think it'd be really cool. So that's that. That's in terms of that flows into the youth development side. Obviously, we've been in schools over the last couple of weeks, given incubators and brooding boxes with various levels of success. Both of them
more success than I'm having. I tell you that. But yeah, go on.
So both schools started with probably 6 or 7 eggs out of the manual, or chicks out of manual tours. Obviously, some of them, they just don't. We had to assist some of them coming out of the eggs and stuff, So both schools ended up with 3 chicks surviving out of both incubators.
Okay.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah.
So they got to see them hatch. We have little videos, we're going to do a little montage there. That's been a fantastic success. Both of them came back and great enthusiasm and to go again and maybe bring back one of the pheasants. That'll toast the arse off you, that leather seat. No, have it down. Have it down.
All right.
Yeah. But so great enthusiasm to do it next year again. And the principal, in fairness, in both schools are very progressive that way. So that's another kind of box ticked. And I know I just want to give a quick shout out as well. Conor MacDonald is running an Oiga day in, we used to shoot there actually, down in Toby's place, Harbour House.
Oh yeah, Harbour House, yeah.
We'll share that, those details again. I might have a quick interview with Conor one of the days just to let him speak about more in detail. So I don't want to, but check it out. It's all over the NARGC. Conor's hugely progressive. I know he's a man built for this job. You know, he's principal of school himself. He knows rules, regulations. He knows, what engages kids. So he is absolutely fantastic for that job, and I know he's going to make a huge success of it. His problem is he has people like me on his team, which is probably more of a drag. But
in fairness, you're after doing some good work.
Look,
with you, because there's no hiding it. I was with you today. I actually took a little video of you bringing in the brooding boxes and the incubators and the excitement in the schoolyard. And you have to remember, that's not a huge school in comparison to some of the schools.
Yeah.
It's a small school, but every child in the school was over to have a look. And there's no hiding excitement.
No, and look, I kind of take it for granted a little bit, because I've seen over the last couple of years, obviously, some of these kids have gone on to secondary school and some of them are still bumping into me and remembering, which is absolutely what makes it worthwhile. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I bump into kids and you see so many of them, like as they go through straight on here, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you see so many going through, like you can't remember them all, but like that, I could be at a football match and say, and one of the parents might say, they remember you from the school and so on. So that's absolutely makes it worthwhile, because you know that out of all the stuff they do in the school, that's probably one of the things they remember.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And our day with Neil as well, with the Hawks, they're still talking about that. You know what I mean?
Sure, I loved that.
Yeah.
You don't get to see that many birds of prey.
Yeah, exactly.
Up close and see what they do. And he's a wealth of knowledge, him. I am going to, and I wouldn't mind, I even contacted him and said, here, we're going to do a podcast this week with you. And then I completely went out of my mind, and he had agreed and everything. So I will nail him down.
Because he's absolutely a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
Is Neil. So yeah, that's all ongoing. So that's the kind of the thought process and the plans for the not so distant future, hopefully. And then, I suppose, following on from that, we have the clay shoot, which is only 2 days away.
Yeah. It's getting bigger this year. This has to be the biggest year.
By a bunch of bells. 30 shooters. We've had a fantastic amount of support from local businesses, from sponsorship, from raffle tickets. And so, as people probably know, every year we run it. It's the Founders Memorial Clay Shoot. It's not a serious competition. It's more of a fun day. Obviously, safety paramount, all that goes without saying. But in terms of fun, there's a bit of slagging. There's a bit of banter on the day. Nobody takes it too seriously. There's an overall prize for the overall winner, and then there's a club winner. So I pick a club winner, and there's a trophy for both, and there's a cup for the in-house winner, because it's the Founders Memorial Trophy. So that's kept put in the club every year. And it's in Lakelands again. The lads have been fantastic with us down there. And then we go back to Roaches. Now this year is extra special because it's the 50-year anniversary of the club. So we obviously have some members still with us that found the club. So we've a couple of little bits and pieces planned. I'm not going to reveal them here in case they're revealed on the before the days arrived. But
that's why I just pointed at my phone, because you're after reminding me of something.
Yeah,
I've got to ring someone out. as long as we're finished.
And a huge thanks to you as well, buddy, because this would not be, I wouldn't have been able to do it going back, started 2 or 3 years ago. I wouldn't have had any experience in running it. In fairness, 90% of the stuff you've done and taken control of, which is, I'm normally the great idea man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm just impressed how it's after growing, how people have actually grown to like it. And now we even have some good shots. Like Tom from the UK is coming over. I'm expecting this lad to clean up. Just breaking news. Myself and Anto aren't shooting this year. It's not that we're afraid of losing. It's just, all the organising, we have to take it back seat.
Well, what's happened previously, right? So we've normally got down early and shot off early.
We rush through it, like.
And then what happens is I don't enjoy it at all because you don't get time. It's literally, and people start to arrive. So now you're saying, oh, geez, now, so you're, it's and last year was the case in point. It was just hugely rushed. You know what I'm saying? And then you can't run it properly and you can't shoot properly. So you're and this year now it's an extra 30% this year on last year.
Yeah.
So it'll be probably an extra stand, an extra team. So we're going to have to try and coordinate all of that. And bear in mind as well, we try and do videos, shout out to sponsors and give them their due publicity that they've kindly took money out of their pocket as sponsors. So we want to try and give them a little bit of kudos as well. So, but we'll hopefully we'll go down there and get set up, enjoy it a little bit more. We'll be able to do a bit of, you'll be able to do a banter from one of the stands. I'll be able to do it. We'll be letting people know how people get on and try and, big thing this year is try and promote it and encourage the next. Because you'll probably see down here, there's going to be shooters down here who actually started their shooting journey with us 3 years ago, went in and bought shotguns in Lakelands, and are now in their second or third year shooting down here, you know. So
you don't think about that. Well,
no.
I don't think about that type of stuff. So
and there's going to be another couple of new shooters. There's a shout out to Irla Dolan. Irla liaised with me in terms of getting his shotgun license a couple of months ago. I gave him a little bit of assistance, and then I invited him down. And here's the thing: he said, "Oh, can I come down?" As if, you know what I'm saying? He was daunted. I said, "Dude, this is exactly why you should. This is built for." Because he's hoping to join one of the local gun clubs. And I said, "You see about the community aspect, how we run the days, how you can get involved in your club, how you can drive your club on. It needs people like him." So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to, give people a little insight into how a club is like ours has been successful for 50 years and how it's now went through a little bit of a bad time and it's now taking a huge leap forward again. So it's all those things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. And if I'm being honest, I'm not shooting because I think this could be the year Ross McQuaid has me. So, instead of letting him beat me, I'm just going to take a step down.
Yeah, look, fair play to Ross. He's coming down again this year. And obviously we've Yanis and Kuba and Ursula.
Ursula shooting as well.
Yes.
I was out with them 2 weeks ago and just did a little bit of shooting. You were minding kids. And Jesus, Ross was shooting well. Ursula and Jan were shooting all right as well.
Good stuff.
So
it'll be a bit of crack.
Yeah.
And there's some nice prizes at the end of it. A nice little hamper with IHP merch and whiskey, and there's raffle entries, and there's a few bits and pieces in there. A nice little trophy for Mentos Day. And it's not about that. That's the kind of the cream on top of the cake. It's about getting down and having a bit of banter. So, and most importantly, what we've done every year since this formulated was we throw a few bob towards a certain charity out of the proceeds. So first year it was Muscle Dystrophy Ireland. I think we actually won Muscle Dystrophy Ireland. We've done Little Heroes, End of Life Care for Kids, and this year it's Bardstown. Bardstown's a fantastic charity. I think the country over knows about it. They do fantastic work for kids. And it's only down the road from us. So we're hopefully going to load the lid off previous years' takens, and we can throw a nice few bob their way as well,
Yeah.
So that's...
I'm actually looking forward to the shoot.
Yeah.
Just get the shoot out of the way, and then we can have the crack. Because there's always good slagging. And there's people that are reaching out, like Jenny. She shoots for Ireland, I think.
Yes, yeah.
So hopefully she's going to turn up, because I wouldn't mind getting a couple of tips of shots like that are willing to turn up and
exactly
help out, sponsor. And,
that's Jen Coleman, So Jen is to get back to us, I think, today in terms of whether she's coming down or not, and she's hopefully bringing a few with her. So, yeah, it'll be a bit of banter and a bit of crack. And obviously, Shawnee Terrell's down there, man, and I know he's been practicing flat out. So I'm actually rooting for Shawnee, if I'm being honest, because he's been close now the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And no better, man. He's put in a huge amount of time. So I'll have my Shawnee team hat on.
Yeah.
If
he was there today. We were there.
Was he?
Yeah. And I completely forgot about sending him a message to see did he want to jump in with us. And I actually have his telephone numbers all laminated and stuff in my bag. I just never brought it on that day because I just didn't think of it. So I will bring it this Saturday. But I asked him, was he using it? And he goes, I'm shooting rabbits out now to like 300 meters and beyond. So there you go.
Shawnee's a good little shot.
He is. He's good with the rifle as well.
Yeah.
So,
see, he's one of those students of the game. He's not like me that picks up a little bit and then loses interest halfway through. He'll follow right. He'll be like similar to yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's and his dog is coming on. Like he's had to coming on leaps and bounds in the space of 3 years that I've known him.
Without doubt, like he's clay shooting, is flying. He's dog handling. Flying, his rifle capabilities now and knowledge and stuff is second to none. So, no, fair play to him. It just shows you all the hard work and effort, and it does pay off, you know.
Yeah.
So fair play to Johnny. What else is there, buddy?
I'm going to get
night vision.
So I know we've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks, but it's after arriving in the post. So I'm excited about this. So I'm going to go down hopefully today, pick it up. I need to get a saddle mount. I have my torch mount, and I'm after buying a new IR torch. The reason I bought this one is because I used it in the UK and I thought it was deadly. But I'm after writing to that company, and because they don't have like a brand, like what you call a brand ambassador in Ireland, or even a supplier in Ireland. So I'm after reaching out and saying, here.
Yeah.
What do you think about teaming up?
Yeah.
And it's not about if he says yes or no, it's irrelevant, because I really like his torches.
Yeah.
They are called, I don't want to get this wrong, PBIR torches. What did I say? Paul Baker.
Yes.
Paul Baker is the man who makes them.
So look, I've looked through that scope and the IR. That's Chris's. Yeah. And fantastic. Really, really impressive. Really impressive. So, and they're nice, compact, not too heavy. You know,
they have a laser rangefinder on them.
Yeah.
They have a ballistic calculator function built into them. So look, for the next couple of weeks, I'm just going to be
playing with that.
Setting that up, playing with it, making sure I'm happy with it. I love all this.
Yeah, that reminds me, buddy. There's a few bits we need to do, right?
Yeah.
We have to zero when you get that, set it up. We also have to get proper on our chronograph. We have to do a little bit of recording the sessions. We can actually check the ballistics on that compared to yours, so on.
Yeah.
And I still have to set up my fucking blazer, my blaster binos. I haven't done a tap.
No, I have that done. I just have to change it on the settings on the app. But there's no point.
No.
Me having the app. You need it on your phone in case we're not with each other.
I need to do it for myself anyway to know. And it's only a matter of setting aside a half a day. It's just lately, dude. Do you know what I mean?
I know. I hear you. It's a struggle to get to everything.
Up and down to schools. Pheasant rearing. I did club work. We released all the pheasants. We have raffles going on. We have the clay shoot and sponsorship, organisation of all that. So it's just literally you know the way when the season ended, I was kind of, if the season had went on, man, I wouldn't know what I would want, and I still want to do a bit of fishing.
I know.
Do you know?
See, we were discussing, it's even an effort to meet up and do one of these. Now look, we're going somewhere today, so it's handy to do them in the car.
Yeah.
And we seem to do that more and more lately.
We are getting a bit lazy with that, but like that, I think it's just the end of season blues, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But then we get a nice message in. I won't go through who sent in the message, but a really nice message.
We did.
And then that sparks me on again. I'm like, oh no, here, we're doing some good.
We're doing some good, yeah. And then we do get them, in fairness, you know?
We do.
So, yeah. So what we'll do is, we'll do another little podcast, maybe on how we get on in Lakelands and how we get on with the pup, and
and what we did with the pup and why we picked the pup, and is
that right?
Spot on.
Right.
Over and out.
Over and out.
Has your deer got a temperature? We've got the solution for you. Visit gamecooling.ie for a full range of game cooling and game preparation solutions. And make sure to tell them we sent you.